If you feel an inexplicable unease when company values are quoted, or a dull ache when feedback is given, your body is picking up a signal your mind hasn't yet decoded. That visceral tightening in your chest, the quiet alarm bells ringing in your nervous system when a manager praises team synergy while simultaneously piling on extra work, isn't a sign of personal failing or cynicism. It's your internal warning system flagging a discrepancy. Your biological hardware senses a malfunction in the operating system you are forced to run. You feel scrutinized, yes, but the rules governing that scrutiny are always shifting, always just out of reach. This persistent unease is a symptom, not a defect. It signals that the very truths presented to you about your performance and potential within the machine are not objective facts, but something far more insidious. You've been taught to blame yourself for the pervasive exhaustion, the constant nagging doubt about your own competence. We've all been conditioned to internalize these feelings as personal shortcomings, as if the sheer volume of work or the vague, ever-changing metrics are somehow our individual responsibility. But the fatigue isn't laziness. The self-doubt isn't inadequacy. These are calculated byproducts. They are the systemic exploitation taking root, designed to keep your nervous system in a state of compliant overwhelm, making it harder to challenge the narrative. This isn't about bad management or poor communication. Those are just surface-level glitches. The deeper architecture is a deliberate process, one that ensures the machine's demands are never questioned. What you're experiencing is a consequence of the grind, meticulously engineered to extract maximum output. The machine operates by installing specific behavioral programs, shaping your responses, your output, even your perception of reality, through a sophisticated process of operant conditioning. To justify these directives, it needs a constant stream of verified truths about your performance, about company direction, about what's good for the team. Think of it as a constant calibration, a subtle reprogramming that guides you deeper into compliance. Without these truths, these narratives, the machine's control mechanism would falter. Each policy update, every new performance metric, every email from leadership carries embedded code, reinforcing the desired behavioral programs and ensuring the extraction loop continues unchallenged. But these truths are often not independently verified facts. They are laundered narratives. A manager's subjective opinion, a vague HR report, or a poorly defined corporate memo isn't held up against external reality. Instead, it's passed through internal channels, refined, repeated, and reinforced until it gains the illusion of objective fact. It's a bureaucratic echo chamber, where subjective impressions are polished into data, then presented as undeniable reality. This process of source laundering allows the machine to normalize its own demands, turning biased interpretations into collective consensus without any external validation. This is how opinions become policy, how observations become facts about your contribution. This systematic source laundering is designed to create deep cognitive dissonance within you. Your lived experience, the long hours, the shifting goalposts, the feeling of being constantly undervalued, directly conflicts with the official version of reality, the one presented in performance reviews or company-wide memos. This internal conflict is intensely uncomfortable, and your nervous system, seeking to resolve it, often defaults to believing the official narrative. This forces a subtle but powerful micro-compliance. You start to adjust your behavior, your self-perception, even your internal monologue, to align with the laundered truth. It's a self-reprogramming, often unconscious, driven by the pressure to alleviate that inner friction. Your body knows the strain, but your mind has begun to accept the manufactured reality. This constant battle for your internal landscape is a core tactic of the machine. Consider the journey of a single managerial observation. Your manager might have a subjective impression of your proactiveness. This is an opinion. But once it's recorded in a performance review, it morphs. It's no longer just an opinion. It becomes a data point, a fact cited by HR, used to justify training modules or deny a promotion. It gets entered into your permanent record, solidifying its status. This fact then normalizes new micro-compliance expectations. You are now expected to outwardly demonstrate proactivenesses in specific visible ways, whether or not it aligns with your natural work style or the actual needs of your role. This is the mechanism by which subjective input is converted into objective mandate, ensuring the extraction loop tightens around you, one documented observation at a time. It's a systemic trick designed to trap you in an endless loop of justification. This meticulous process of truth laundering is, in its essence, a form of gaslighting. The machine systematically erodes your trust in your own perception, your own experience, by constantly presenting a counter-narrative disguised as objective reality. When your internal data, your intuition, your lived reality, consistently clashes with the official story, your mind begins to question itself. You're made to feel as if your unease is irrational, your observations are flawed, or your memory is failing. This erosion of self-trust is critical for maintaining the machine's control over your nervous system. If you doubt your own senses, you are far more likely to accept the reality that is handed to you, no matter how illogical it may seem. This constant psychological pressure keeps you from recognizing the true nature of your situation. The relentless pressure of this system, the constant low-level cognitive dissonance, drains your vital energy. It leaves you feeling not only exhausted, but disoriented, unsure of your own footing. You are perpetually reacting to narratives that feel wrong. But without a clear tactical understanding of how those narratives are manufactured, you remain trapped. The exhaustion isn't accidental, it's a feature. A tired nervous system is a compliant nervous system. But this cycle can be broken. There is a countermeasure, a specific protocol you can deploy to interrupt this manipulation and reclaim your internal operating system. This isn't about escaping the building. It's about escaping the programming. To begin, you need to initiate a de-laundering protocol. This means rigorously tracing the origin of every claim about your performance, every company truth, every expectation laid upon you. When a fact is presented, your immediate response must be to ask, where did this truly come from? Who first articulated this? What evidence external to the internal system supports it? Refuse to internalize any laundered narrative without independent verification. This is about establishing a personal integrity firewall, challenging the machine's ability to reprogram your nervous system with unverified inputs. This is the architectural code for your immediate upgrade. But how do you apply this protocol in the daily torrent of information? How do you trace the unseen hand in every new truth they try to install? Who first asserted this? Who verified it? This interrogation is your primary countermeasure. The machine operates through a precise four-step truth laundering loop designed to cultivate deep cognitive dissonance. Your internal experience, your lived reality of the work, often clashes with the official narrative of your performance or value. This conflict is not accidental. It's engineered to create an uncomfortable friction, pushing you towards micro-compliance. Your nervous system is deliberately overloaded with conflicting data, forcing it to accept the dominant laundered version of truth to reduce internal stress. This loop normalizes systemic exploitation by making you question your own perception, rather than the system itself. This is how behavioral programs are installed without your conscious consent. Consider the granular process. Step 1. A manager's subjective opinion, often based on limited observation or pre-existing bias, is recorded. Step 2. This opinion is formally documented in a performance review. Once written, it gains an artificial weight, transforming from a subjective data point into an official finding. Step 3. HR then references this finding as a verified fact, citing it in future discussions, promotions, or even disciplinary actions. The origin of the claim fades, replaced by the legitimacy of the process. Step 4. This truth is then normalized through ongoing micro-compliance expectations, demands for improvement, and the subtle shift in how you are perceived. This completes the extraction loop, locking you into a feedback mechanism where the machine validates its own projections, making them your reality. This cyclical process is not merely inefficient management. It is a calculated form of gaslighting. The machine actively erodes your trust in your own perception, in your ability to accurately assess your work, your value, and your contributions. When your lived experience, your tangible results, your effort, your commitment, is consistently contradicted by the laundered official narrative, your nervous system registers this as a threat. Over time, you begin to doubt yourself, internalizing the machine's flawed data as undeniable fact. This systematic erosion of self-trust maintains the machine's control, ensuring continued operant conditioning and submission to the grind, all while you believe the problem resides within you. Your countermeasure, your de-laundering protocol, begins with this. Refuse to internalize any claim about your performance or potential without rigorous, independent verification. This is not about confrontation. It's about a tactical refusal to be programmed. When a truth is presented, your first action is to trace its origin. Identify the initial source. Was it a manager's offhand comment? An unquantified observation? A metric divorced from context? This immediate tracing breaks the laundering chain before it can fully install the behavioral program. It shifts you from being a passive recipient of data to an active interrogator of information, reclaiming control over your own internal operating system and nervous system. To trace effectively, demand the raw data. Ask for the specific examples, the unedited reports, the original emails. If a manager states your teamwork is lacking, ask, can you provide 3 specific instances from the last month that led to this conclusion? If HR cites a pattern of underperformance, ask for the precise dates, projects, and objective metrics forming that pattern. Do not accept vague assertions. Do not allow opinions to masquerade as facts. This insistence on verifiable inputs is not insubordination. It is a fundamental defense against the systemic exploitation embedded in the extraction loop. You are recalibrating your own internal verification process. This de-laundering protocol is not about winning an argument. It's about re-establishing your autonomy within the machine. By rigorously questioning the origin and validity of these truths, you prevent the installation of damaging behavioral programs into your nervous system. You disrupt the operant conditioning that keeps you compliant and exhausted. This is how you reclaim your internal operating system from external programming. Your exhaustion isn't a moral failing. It's the direct result of an optimized extraction loop. By identifying the operator and their mechanisms, you transform from a target of the grind into an active agent capable of navigating its constraints and protecting your core self. The truths projected onto you by the machine are often just laundered narratives, designed to normalize systemic exploitation. But you now possess the architectural code to deconstruct them. This process of rigorous verification, of tracing every claim back to its unadulterated source, is your immediate upgrade. It is the key to disarming the system's ability to reprogram your nervous system with unverified inputs. The power of recognition is not transcendence. It is the genesis of tactical action. Begin the de-laundering protocol tomorrow morning. Reclaim your perception. Reclaim your energy. Your autonomy demands it.